as chief of the division?
It is.
Could you tell the commission the basic reasons why you issued an order against D&L Energy?
Yes. We received an anonymous complaint that oil field wastes at the address of D&L Energy were being illegally disposed down storm sewers on that property or adjacent to that property. We were advised that it was likely to occur the very day that we got the anonymous call. I instructed some field managers to have inspectors go out to the location and see if they could confirm the anonymous report, which they did. As we gathered evidence that was associated with that illegal activity, we had contacts from Mr. Lupo. Mr. Lupo had stated, and it's on a recording that we have, that he had directed one or more employees to put the material down a storm sewer. As we gathered additional information over a period of a week or two, information which included logs or manifests from haulers that included both Hard Rock and Mohawk. D&L properties were involved. Mohawk and or Hard Rock had conveyed oil field waste that they had picked up from 3 or more companies on one or more occasions to either or both the Kuntz or Parabeck wells. And then those manifests also showed that the waste fluids were picked up from those facilities and transported off the facilities. So after a review of a lot of data, and there were a lot of people looking at the data, and not necessarily any one person focusing on all the data, but a lot of people looking at large parts of the data. I was advised, and I concluded that D&L had been party to the activity that we had witnessed, and we had received the anonymous call.
Is it fair to say, Chief, that you don't have any personal knowledge with respect to the alleged violations that you just described? Is that correct?
I was not on location to witness the activities. We had staff that went and did the investigation.
Is it your understanding that when, as you mentioned, Ben Lupo talked to somebody, did he specifically say that he was acting on behalf of D&L Energy?
I don't wholly remember what the recording included. It was on the cell phone of one of the inspectors that had caused the investigation. I don't recollect that he identified which company he was representing, but I don't remember that he did or didn't.
Do you have any document within the division's possession or control that indicates that Ben Lupo was acting on behalf of D&L Energy at the time that he allegedly instructed an employee to put Brian down the sewer?
What we used to come to the conclusion that he would...
Question, do you have a document that indicates that Ben Lupo was acting on behalf of D&L Energy at the time that he allegedly instructed a Hard Rock employee to put Brian down the sewer? Yes or no? The
document we would have would be the manifest or hauler logs from either Mohawk or Hard Rock taking the fluids to the D&L sites of Parabeck and Kuntz.
Now let me go back because you didn't answer the question. I'm talking about the incident of putting the brine down the sewer. I'm asking, do you have a document in which Ben Lupo admits, states, or otherwise conveys that he was acting on behalf of D&L Energy when he committed that act?
When Mr. Lupo made that statement on that recording, he did not identify which company it was, to the best of my knowledge. We'd have to play that to be sure. But No, to the best of my knowledge, he did not provide a document, or we did not find a document that identified which company he was operating under at that time.
The injection well permits that you revoked, were they all in the name of D&L Energy?
I believe they were. I believe so.
And I believe, I think it was the council indicated that there were terms and conditions with respect to the injection well permits.
That's correct.
Is in part a reason for your revocation your belief that those terms and conditions were violated?
At least in part, yes.
Well, let me